In Proverbs chapter 3, starting in verse 5, it says, "Trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek His will in all that you do, and He will direct your paths." I love that verse and that thought. But sometimes life just doesn't go the way we think it should go. And well, even in our desire to trust and follow after God, things don't go right. This morning was one of those days for me. I got up at little after 5 this morning because my dog, who's, well, getting older like I am, has bladder control issues and gets up real early in the morning to go out. And she always makes it. She doesn't have an accident in the house. But this morning I get outside and I'm standing outside with her. And I realize that the shorts that I put on are on backwards. Not backwards in the sense that the front was in the back, but rather that they were inside out. And my pockets were hanging on the outside of my shorts. I laugh about that now, but I felt like such an idiot. When you're trying to follow after God, it doesn't make sense to put your pants on backwards. No, it means that you need to get dressed the correct way. So I went in afterwards and fixed my shorts, and it wasn't easy. I was a little confused as to what was actually going on, and I wound up putting 2 legs in one side. I'm sure you've done that before. But when the scripture says to don't trust in your own understanding, I think sometimes all that means is just sit back, kick your feet up, and say, "Lord, direct my paths. Lord, what is it that you want me to do? How do I figure out the next step in this sequence of steps of life?" I don't know about you, but I don't always get it right. I sometimes mess it up. I mess it up because, well, I try my own way. I don't think first, or I don't ask God first. I don't acknowledge Him first. I just set off on a direction that I think is good. Part of that reason, I think, is because I've learned how to be a survivor in life. And although that's been helpful, it's not always profitable. And so this morning was one of those mornings that, well, I got things going backwards this morning. It's like getting up out of bed on the wrong side. The other thing that I did when we came back in this morning into the house, I had forgotten to close the bedroom door, and my dog decided to go straight to the bedroom and jump on my wife. That doesn't make my wife a happy camper at 5:15 in the morning when the dog is waking her up. And I've learned and should learn that that is not what I should do. Well, the point of this whole thing is, today, in everything you do, acknowledge God. Don't lean on your own understanding. Trust Him. Trust Him. Work at that today, would you? Think about that as you walk through this day. Hey, until next time, God bless.